All right, YouTube, what's good? All right, guys, so we are going inside of GameStop. All right, so we're gonna go see what they say. We just left Best Buy. That video's uploading right now, and we're gonna go in here and we're gonna see what they tell us. Okay, if the manager guy's here, he's usually pretty cool, but other than that, who knows? Let's go see, guys. Yep, doesn't look like it's gonna happen. All right. All right, guys. Oh, we're just gonna walk around and see if we see anything about it. Well, we got this. So it says it's available holiday 2020. And you got some of your releases. Guys, these things are so freaking high, but I've got some of them. The wifey's gotten me some to put on my shelves. They're actually busy with some people right now, so we're going to give it some time. I don't want to just come in here and bum rush her. Guys, these are the things I wanted my wife to order me. I am going to pre-order these, so if you have not seen the new action figures that have come out for Cyberpunk, pre-order them today, man. I'm telling you, these are dope. I may see if I can't throw $5 down on one today, and I may do it at this store, because I'm always down here once a month, so that gives me enough time just to kind of save up for when I come back. I just spoke and said, I hope you're here.
I'm not here.
You got to be for 5 minutes, okay? You're the only GameStop I know is going to be honest with me. Okay. As you know, I do YouTube. I'm not going to record you, so out of respect for y'all. I just got some few questions. Sure. And you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to tell me. You can tell me kick rocks. I'm cool with
I'm not gonna tell you.
I know you're not. So anyways, all my YouTubes got questions of, they went around to all the GameStops, and on the receipt when they ordered on Wave 2, the receipt said they'd get it on November 12th. But then you remember rumor came out, Sony said it would be like a couple of weeks after.
Correct.
What's your opinion on it? Are we going to get it on the November 12th?
It's not my opinion. It was originally stated that they would be the week after.
Okay.
But then Sony came back to our corporate headquarters and said that they could promise that we would get them on the launch wave.
Okay, so Wave 2 will
Wave
get them
2
on
will be
launch day. All right,
And
so
that's
it's
confirmed by Sony.
all right. So it started out, no, we would not.
Well,
then they come back and
Sony
changed
originally
it.
communicated to us that it would be the week after because they didn't think that they could meet the deadline.
Okay.
And then a couple days later, they were like, we actually think that we can make it happen. So,
All right, so the next question is everybody's wondering, is there going to be a Wave 3 at GameStop?
there are whispers
All right.
that there might be, but nothing definitive.
Okay, and if there is a Wave 3, do you think it's like, just in your opinion, gonna pop off maybe coming up this week? Like, so everybody, just kind of giving everybody, I've got some people on my YouTube, they're camping out like every day, and I'm like, y'all don't need to do that,
Typically, we do try to give at least a day or two notice.
Okay.
What I've been telling everybody is go to our website and sign up for email notifications, even follow us on Twitter, because they do typically put that information out. Even us, the second wave we did, I didn't know until the day before.
Right, that's kind of the way I was.
And then that's when they let us know how many we're getting, and then before we close that night, they ask us to post a sign on the door to let everybody know how many that are going to be available, so that way people aren't waiting, expecting us to have more than we actually do,
Right.
wasting their time and maybe not, going somewhere else where they could maybe secure one.
Right.
So, I don't have anything one way or the other. I've heard rumors that there is a good possibility that we will do a third wave, and those, if anything, those will not be on launch day if I had to guess.
All right, so would that be online and in store if it happens?
That's what we've been doing so far.
Okay, and Wave 3, so was it told that if y'all do have one, are they going to is it like the end of December, maybe 2021? When are they supposed to receive it? Because everybody's saying, it's going to be launch day, and that's not going to happen. We all know that.
I can almost guarantee it won't be launch day unless, by some miracle, Sony has somehow managed to procure more for launch day.
Right.
Or they've been holding out on us.
Yeah.
It'll probably be a week or two after.
Okay.
At the earliest.
Okay. What's your opinion on Microsoft partnering with y'all? That's their other question.
What do you mean as far as what is my opinion?
I mean, just what do you think about because you see some videos and you hear rumors that not, typically you, but, like GameStop is,
Right.
my own word, shitty to their employees. It's been told. It is. The look on your face, I wish y'all could have seen him, but I can't do that. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's been, I don't know if you know who Camelot is.
I do.
I knew you did.
I'm aware of him.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, I'm not a fan, so I don't really care. But anyways, so, he's pretty much, I don't know if you watch his videos, but he's dogged y'all the past week.
I've seen a few.
Yeah, but I mean, that's his own feelings because he used to work for GameStop, as we all know, out of Mississippi. So, that's just whatever. But he's made a lot of bad things like Microsoft. Why'd you do this? So I'm just wondering, as an employee, or like you're the manager, right?
Yes.
All right. So as a manager, what's your opinion on Microsoft partnering with y'all?
I mean, I feel like it's just like a strategic initiative to try to like revitalize GameStop as a company. I mean,
Right.
because as you know, digital is a very
Taking over.
is a very real thing. So as opposed to like trying to combat it, why not lean into it, right? I mean,
Right.
I mean, I don't run the company by any means, and they don't use my opinions for anything, but
Sure.
just trying to think about this from a business perspective is like, don't fight the inevitable. It's
Yeah.
like try to find some way to adapt or evolve or partner with it.
That's
what I said.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I feel like it was definitely like a necessary component to not becoming what's the word I want to use, like insignificant.
Yeah.
Basically with the availability of internet and the ability to get everything you want without leaving your house.
That's true.
I mean,
Very
it's
much
it's
true.
hard to compete with. So I mean, and there's no telling what this partnership could open up for us. I mean,
That's true.
exclusive content, exclusive rights to content. Microsoft just bought Bethesda, so they're going to have exclusive access to games like Elder Scrolls and Doom, and those games could only be on Xbox now and no longer on other platforms.
That's true.
So, and Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, he even stated himself, that all the games that are made by Bethesda Studios could be on other consoles on a case-by-case basis.
Right.
So even though Microsoft does own Bethesda,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that you can't possibly get one on another console, but they
That's
gotta
true.
they gotta get that okay from Microsoft to do so.
Yeah. So have y'all always done pre-orders on a Friday?
For the last two, yes.
The last two?
Well, technically the first one was not, but it was supposed to be.
Right.
Right.
So that one got screwed up by Walmart.
All right.
Yeah.
So just
That was horrible.
based off of what you've seen, if you had to tell my YouTube today, would you tell them it's best for them to camp out or show up kind of at the last minute?
I wouldn't do that. Not unless you're planning on waiting several days.
No, I mean as far as in like when they make the announcement, like, hey, we're going to do it tomorrow.
Oh, then yes, definitely camp out.
Camp
oh my
out?
God, yeah. Like
We did.
The second wave, I had people waiting at my door probably 8 o'clock, and we open at noon.
Oh, no,
so,
we were there.
I camped out from 2:30 a.m. until 12,
Yeah.
and I was the first
but
one in
definitely,
line.
Like, hopefully, like you see, they put the sign out that lets you know how many. And of course, if you're waiting there at the door, they say they have 5, and you're the second person.
What did y'all have on each wave?
I'm not exactly allowed to disclose that
Okay,
information.
that's fine.
But the first wave was definitely far more than the second wave, and that's per store, because each store, the amount they get is based on how well they do previously. So like the initial wave was based on how well we do just in general as a store.
Right.
And the second wave was based on how well we did with the first wave per store.
Okay, so on launch day, do y'all usually have extra? Like in these situations, like could somebody be like, hey, I don't want to do wave 3 because I got to wait till nearly 2021 to get it. So do you think that like if they camped out or kind of bum rushed in, like they could get one?
I know, speaking about specifically the Xbox One and the PS4, we did have extras of those on launch day. But considering the fact that we don't live in the same time, I mean, anything can happen.
Right.
I would believe that there would be more. However, COVID might say something differently, I don't know how that's going to affect everything.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's all I had
That
for
was
you.
7 years ago. So.
That's been the rumors. Everybody wants it, and it's like I told everybody, don't camp out until you see the notification. And I get it. Sometimes people don't get notifications.
Don't waste your
We
time.
did.
It's been a bummer, and you've had a lot of people with GameStop, and like I don't mean this personally toward you, but you can call some GameStops and they're like, nope, sorry, we don't know anything. And I try to tell my YouTube, sometimes that's employees, either they're told to say that or Sony has asked them like, hey, don't put that information out there until we tell you. Like that's a deal that y'all made. It's like me, you know what I'm saying? If I'm fixing to have a baby, I don't want you telling the world, I want to tell it.
We have a lot of non-disclosures.
Right,
so.
and I know they don't understand that. A lot of people don't, and I try to tell them like that's just y'all get that. It's not that they want to lie to you, but you get it
We
because
can only say so much.
because of course when Camelot made one of his videos, it was don't pre-order from GameStop because they're going out of business, and I'm like, y'all be going out of business for 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
we have.
yeah,
I've
you
worked
have.
here for 12 of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all been going out of business every year that I know of.
Yep.
But it's
great.
just every year, and I realize everybody's
every year.
there's always going to be a hater somewhere in life, But
We got 'em.
I tell everybody I would rather walk in GameStop and pre-order and know that I communicated with you than to jump online and know that I got botted by a bot and got booted out of my cart, because I could order offline